Hi guys, and welcome to my latest video. This is going to just be a quick run through of some of the more interesting items that I've managed to sell in the past week or two. So I just thought I'd share them with you guys, so you can see what I'm selling, the kind of prices that I'm getting, and obviously if there's anything in there that's of use to you guys, that's brilliant. So if you see anything that you're currently not looking at that maybe should be, then that's awesome. But equally, obviously, if you've got any advice or tips, please feel free to share in the comment section. Anything that I could be doing better, I'm always open to hear suggestions. Anyway, let's get to it. The first item I want to talk about is a Nerf gun. Now, this is something that's been very popular, especially over in the UK reselling Facebook group. Nerf guns, especially at this time of year in the summer holidays, are selling pretty well. I've only just started to get in onto this. I wasn't picking these up previously, just because of fear, lack of knowledge, etc., the usual reasons. But I picked up this Nerf Vortex Nitron fully automatic foam disc blaster, and I think I paid £1 for it, and flipped that for 20, which is fantastic. It's going to cost a little bit to send because it's quite a heavy machine, but that's that's small price to pay. Still good profit even after postage. Next item is something I've actually been sat on for quite a while. Surprisingly, I've actually had to relist this a good few times. I think I've had this up now for 3-4 months maybe. I don't know whether it's an unpopular colour, but this is an N64 controller in red. I did ask more towards the top end, so that could have been what's putting people off, but I got £15 for this controller, which is fantastic. So a bit of a wait, but it was worthwhile. Next item, it's a wrestling item. It's actually a bit of scenery from some kind of old school year 2000 Jacks, old school kind of era. I think it's got like a bit of Stone Cold in there, from that kind of era. It's like a locker area with a toilet, and the toilet actually makes like a flushing sound, etc. So picked that up, I think, for £3, and it's a £16 sale minus. It's over 2 kilos, so it's over 1 kilo. It's under 2 kilos, so it cost me about £3.78 to ship. So not amazing profit, but still, it's a profitable item, so I can't complain. Next item, this was a boot fair pickup. There was a guy that was actually selling 2 Game Boy Advance bundles. He had already bundled them up in bags, and he was asking £12 each for them. I got both of them for a tenner each because I took both, and sold them. This is the second one to go actually. Sold them for 30. So nice, easy sell, very light postage. Works fine, and I'm pretty happy. Moving along, now this is something that again I've started to dabble with. It's mugs, interesting mugs. I'm only just starting to look into this, but this caught my eye just because this is the classic Joey slogan from Friends, that how you doing, that kind of thing, and it's a cool looking mug actually. It's really big, and it's gone overseas through the eBay global shipping program. So in total, the buyers actually paid about £22 for this mug. So they're obviously a big Friends fan, and I'm glad that I was able to provide them with something cool like this. I mean, it's got a nice looking logo there, black giant mug, unused. I think I paid like £1 for it, so pretty happy with that. Next up is something, again, something to look out for. This is Thorin Oakenshield from The Hobbit. This is one of those vinyl pop figures. I paid 20p for it, and I think it was 20 or 50p, but it was in the pennies, low pennies, and that's gone for £15, which is fantastic. So because it's quite a rare one. Ones in boxes go for more, obviously. Now this is like a charity shop find. Paid about £3 for this t-shirt. This is a Boston Red Sox 2013 World Series Get Beard t-shirt. I picked it up because it was baseball and it's kind of funky, a bit cool, and you can see it's got this really cool design of the players there with their beards, with their caps on, and on the back it just says hashtag Get Beard. It's just an interesting Nike t-shirt. So, and it said World Series, and it was about £3, so I thought I'd give it a go, and it has sold for £16, so pretty happy with that. Next item was also either, I think it was like 50p or 20p, and this is a NECA brand Hit Girl action figure, and sold it for £10. No accessories, no box or anything like that. Free postage on my items, so you have to bear that in mind, but from like a 50p sale to £10, even minus postage, it's still a pretty good deal. Now the next item is a bit of a bolo, or a be on the lookout for. This is again a charity shop pickup. Paid like £1.50 I think for this, and it is Super Pan collection for the PlayStation 1. Desirable game, very rare, and hence it's picked up. I've managed to sell it for £44.99, so pretty good. It did actually have a little tear in the spine, like the perforation, so I mentioned that obviously, and it's gone for £45, so pretty happy. Next item is a GameCube power supply. I just picked this up from Boot Fair for £1, sold it for 13 minus postage. Pretty simple, nice simple flip. Okay, now next item is something that's always worth keeping an eye out on, and these are kids WWE belts. They tend to be sold pretty cheaply. You're not really going to pay more than say £2, £3 for one tops. And this one here is the spinner belt from 2005, and I sold that for £16. And again, in the same vein, this is a 2002 champion belt from Jax again, and that sold for £15. Next item is a Lovejoy DVD box set. Paid a £5 for this. Really good condition. The whole series, the entire series, entire 6 series, 21 discs DVD box set, and that sold for £40. So very happy with that as well. Now this is a bit of advice that I received from the UK reselling forums, and it proves that even if you get a board game which is incomplete but maybe is a little bit rarer than the usual, in this case this is Disney Monopoly, so it's not regular Monopoly. Now I've had this Monopoly money on sale a long time, so I don't expect these just to sell like hotcakes. However, I sold it. This is just Monopoly money. I bought a Monopoly many moons ago for 50p. It was battered, it was damaged, it was missing bits. Luckily, it had the movers, which I sold ages ago for about £7-8, and now for the money has been sold for a £5. So the Disney money with Scrooge McDuck on the front, £4.99, can't really complain. So that's that. Now finally, this is again something to keep an eye out for. This is the Boss Overdrive guitar effects pedal. If you see anything with Boss on it, or any kind of guitar pedal, as long as it's like a decentish brand. I'm not au fait with all the brands out there, so I'm not going to even try, but I've sold Boss before. It's something I've picked up at auction previously, but this time picked this up from the Boot Fair for £10, and sold very, very quickly for 33. Now a tip with this guitar pedal, the Overdrive SD1, is they come in obviously different, they've been sold for years, and there are models which are made in Japan which have got better internals and are more sought after, and you can get about £70 for those. So it would be a shame for you to sell that for £30. This one was made in Taiwan, regular one, so hence it got a regular sale price, but still from £10 to £33. I'm very happy with that. So I hope you guys enjoyed these my last 15 sales. Well, not my last 15 sales, but 15 of my more interesting recent sales. And I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you've got any comments, questions, please leave them in the section below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.